Hey, welcome back into Occupy Democrats. And oh, it's a love-hate kind of Friday on Valentine's Day Eve when it comes to Donald Trump and this breaking story. Because if you recall, there was this sort of well-known guy back in the 30s, had a little mustache from Vienna in Germany that may have quoted this statement: "The bigger the lie, the more people will believe it." And that certainly applies to Donald Trump, not only his desire to sort of wishing his generals were more like the ones Hitler had. Yeah, Trump said that. But in this breaking story, let's remember, Donald Trump ran on this.
Starting on day one, we will end inflation and make America affordable again.
And within a couple of months was saying this.
And we're just getting started. Meanwhile, grocery prices are starting to go rapidly down. Rent is down. Airfares are down. Hotel rates are down. Cell phone prices are down.
I don't want to hear about the affordability.
But the actual truth of prices was this.
Like, for example, mini speakers, metal water bottles, that kind of thing. They're up 26%. They're 26% more expensive this year because of Trump's tariffs.
I don't want to hear about the affordability.
And still, just a month ago, he was saying this in Davos at the World Economic Forum.
But now grocery prices, energy prices, airfares, mortgage rates, rent, and car payments are all coming down, and they're coming down fast.
And you know you're in trouble, Donald, when your sycophant pals over at Fox and Friends don't even agree with you.
Prices are up in the United States for coffee. It's up almost 20%. Utility up 11.7%.
I don't want to hear about the affordability.
Yet he'll continue to lie on, especially with his two favorite words, eggs and groceries.
You look at eggs, you look at groceries, it's all down. Everything's come down. Do you notice they don't mention affordability anymore?
And then electricity is up 5.1%, and vehicle repair, if you need your car fixed, it's up 11.5%.
And certainly let's enjoy the split-screen liar himself.
But the word affordability is a Democrat scam.
I don't want to hear about the affordability.
One of my top priorities will be to quickly defeat inflation and make America affordable again.
I don't want to hear about the affordability.
We will make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again.
But it continues.
You know, there's this fake narrative that the Democrats talk about, affordability. Affordability is a con job. We will target everything from car affordability to housing affordability.
I don't want to hear about the affordability.
You know, this whole thing is, they use the word affordability. It's a Democrat hoax.
And just as we drop into this breaking story, let's never forget, he always blames everything on Joe Biden.
We inherited a mess.
But now, of course, it's all fixed. It's done. There's no inflation.
Inflation we've solved. It's done.
Except for the fact in this breaking story with Valentine's Day due tomorrow and many, many people out there going out, buying gifts. Oh, not so true, Donald, and not so fast. Because a couple of the absolute V-Day favorites are on the menu for skyrocketing prices you keep lying about. Check this love-hate breaking story out right here.
Valentine's Day prices soar to crisis levels under Trump. Analyst: President Donald Trump's tariffs have hit an important product ahead of Valentine's Day: chocolate. CNN reporter Matt Egan described why chocolate prices have soared more than 14% higher than the more than 7% price hike compared to 2025. But it's not only chocolate prices that are climbing as a result of Trump's tariffs and inflation, plus other international factors. The problem started with a shortage of the main ingredient in chocolate cocoa beans. Extreme weather in West Africa, where most of the cocoa on the planet comes from, caused bad harvests, Egan said. So you had a situation where supply was crashing and demand was not, and prices had nowhere to go but up. Egan explained. Cocoa prices. They went from around $2,500 a metric ton to almost $13,000. A Hershey executive told CNN's Kate Bolduan earlier this week that the company experienced unprecedented cocoa inflation. And the problem is that a lot of the chocolate on the store shelves right now, they are still priced at or near those crisis levels now. The good news, however, is that prices have started to come down for cocoa, and analysts are hopeful that prices will start to flatten out, hopefully by Easter, and ideally start to come down in time for Halloween. Other potential Valentine's Day gifts are also seeing price jumps. Now, as you mentioned, it's not just chocolate that's gotten more expensive, Egan told CNN anchor Boris Sanchez. Some other go-to gift ideas for Valentine's Day also going up in price. If you look at flowers and indoor plants, today's inflation report showed a 6% year-over-year increase. Their jewelry up by 7%, and that likely reflects those steep U.S. tariffs on imports. although it might not be all bad news, Egan added. But I do want to leave you with some good news and some possible gift-buying ideas. If you're looking at cosmetics and perfume, those prices are only up by 1%, he said. That's less than the overall rate of inflation, and wine is actually cheaper than this point. Last year, it's down by 1%. So, Boris, maybe you want to go the red wine and perfume route this year because those prices at least are doing a little bit better than chocolate.
I don't think any of us should be too concerned, though, because the truth of the matter is for Valentine's Day, Melania already got her gift from Jeff Bezos, who dropped $75 million to get her documentary done while they try to pay to fill theater seats out. But it's highly unlikely Melania and Donald will be doing anything fancy for V-Day, especially since I'm not sure. He's in Mar-a-Lago, she's in New York. Really hard to say. But in the meantime, yeah, when it comes to the economy and when it comes to prices, don't let the stock market fool you. That's just a bunch of billionaires playing fantasy football. The truth of the matter is 75% to 85% of the rest of Americans in this country are suffering greatly. You guys have a good weekend. Like and share the video. Stay V-Day frosty.